From Fox 55 Sports, this is The Locker Room.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome inside a very special edition of The Locker Room. That man to my left is Elijah Collins. That makes me Justin Prince. Thanks so much for swinging by. Elijah, it's been a long 11 months or so, but the high school sports season is officially all wrapped up.
Maybe long for you, but
Pretty long for
pretty
me.
quick for me. That's right, Justin. With the conclusion of the Boys State Golf Tourney last week, the 2022-23 IHSAA sports calendars year is finally in the books. And for our teams here in Northeast Indiana, it was certainly a memorable one.
You got that right. Now, we haven't been able to do this for a couple of years, but to kind of put a bow on everything for the year, we're bringing you our top 10 high school teams from this past calendar year. And let me tell you, Elijah, I know you were only here for a short amount of it. There were plenty to pick from, and these ones just missed the cut. First up, Fairfield girls basketball. Brody Garber's squad went 24-4, lost in the 2A North semi-state to Frankton. Leo girls soccer, they also had a heck of a year. They finished 19-1-2. Their only loss coming in semi-state to Mishawaka Marion, 1-0 there. South Adams volleyball, phenomenal year for them too. Starfires won a regional before falling in semi-state to Andrean. Bishop Dwanger's boys soccer team, also a wonderful run for them. The Saints knocked off Yorktown and Canterbury to win a regional title. Fell in semi-state to West Lafayette though. Blackhawk boys basketball, another deep playoff run from the Braves. They fell in the regional final to Central Noble, who you may see them a little bit later.
Probably.
And last but not least, Leo boys golf. The Lions shot .295 as a team, winning just their second regional title ever before finishing 9th as a team at state.
Oh, congrats to them.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's time to jump into our top 10 teams. Now, in at number 10, it's the Leo softball team. Ben Chappelle's Lions were stellar all season long. They won the NEA title as well as sectional and regional championship. They made it all the way to the 3A North semi-state championship game as well before falling to eventually state champion South Bend St. Joe 1-0 in 13 innings. The Lions finished the season with a 28-3 overall record. With just 2 seniors gone from this past season, will likely be another team to watch out for next year.
All right, in at number 9, it's another team from the Purple Pride of Leo, Carrie Cogdell's boys basketball squad. Once again, a force to be reckoned with. The Lions didn't win the NE8 crown, but they found their groove when the postseason rolled around. Leo cruised through sectionals and regionals, making a second straight trip to semi-state, but fortunately for the Lions, they just didn't have enough gas in the tank to make it down to Gainbridge Fieldhouse again. Lions falling to Mishawaka Marion by 11 in the 3A North semi-state. Leo finished the year with a 21-6 overall record.
Well, in at number 8 is another hoop squad. It's the Bob Lapidots Garrett girls. The Railroaders railroaded their way. I see what you did there. They railroaded their way through the opposing teams this season, led by the likes of Bailey Kellum, Natalie Armstrong, Taylor Gerke, and Morgan Ostrowski. Garrett won 27 games, bringing home the NECC regular season and tournament titles, as well as sectional and regional crowns as well. The Railroaders ended up falling to eventual state champs South Bend, Washington, in the 3A North semi-state up in LaPorte. They finished the year with a 27-2 overall record.
We head on over to the gridiron for our number 7 team. What a year it was for our boys up in Butler. Todd Mason's Eastside Blazers had a season that won't be soon forgotten, led by Laban Davis, who threw, forget this, 1,700 yards, 1,709 yards to be exact, and 21 touchdowns while rushing for another 2,200 yards on the ground and 32 more scores. Eastside cruised through the regular season, going 9-0, outscoring opponents 348-79. They kept that success up in the postseason, taking down defending 2A state runner-ups Lures in the sectional final and Eastbrook in the regional. Eastside came just 3 points short, though, of a trip to Lucas Oil Stadium, falling to Andrean 17-14 in semi-state. The Blazers finished the year 13-1 with NECC sectional and regional titles.
Well, we hit the pitch now at number 6, and this one may have been the most surprising one. After an 11-5 regular season, the Westview boys soccer team got at the right time. The Warriors knocked off the state's top-ranked Park Tudor in semi-state to claim the program's first ever semi-state title. They followed that up with a come-from-behind 4-2 overtime victory over defending state champ Providence in Class 1A state title. Jaden Yoder scored 2 of the Warriors' 4 goals in the game to lead them to their first ever state crown. Westview finished the year 17-5 overall.
All right, we move now into the top 5, and in at number 5 is the Belmont volleyball team. The Braves making a miracle run to the Class 3A state finals, knocking off, get this, the number 15, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4 ranked teams in the state. Yes, en route to Worthen Arena. Craig Kroll's squad nearly did the impossible in the state finals as well, taking top-ranked Rebuff to 5 sets after falling behind 2 sets to none. Ultimately, Belmont would lose 3 sets to 2, finishing Class 3A state runner-ups for the second time in the last 3 years.
It was great to be back again. It's been our dream to come back and win a state title. We fell just short of that like we did a couple years ago, but it means so much because we've worked so hard for this season. We were that team that wasn't supposed to make it out of sectionals again like 2 years ago, and we pursued every ball, every game, and we just fought like no other.
I'm super proud of this team. I mean, we proved a lot of people wrong. Definitely that, having the hardest sectional in the state, being able to pull through that, and then regionals and semi-state to be where we are now. I'm just glad that we were able to pull through together and prove a lot of people wrong that we can do what we can do.
The Braves finished the season 30-6, Class 3A state runner-up. Senior libero Paige Busick also named the Class 3A Mental Attitude Award winner.
Well, we head back to the basketball court for number 4 now. It's the Central Noble
Told
boys.
you you'd see them later.
We see them again. The basketball team, it was a special season up in Albion, led by Indiana All-Star and Wisconsin signee Connor Essegian and his near 27-point per game. That's a lot of points. Yeah, it is. The Cougs had one of the best seasons in school history. Central Noble won an NECC tourney title, as well as sectional and regional crowns, and their first ever semi-state title. The Cougars stumbled in their first trip to the state finals, falling to Providence in the 2A title game at Grainbridge Fieldhouse. But this team and the season will be one that is never forgotten in Noble County.
Proud of these kids for the season they had. These seniors could be the winningest senior class ever at Central Noble. 3 conference tournament champs in a row, sectional champs, regional and semi-state champs, and just a bunch of good kids. And we just came up 1 game short today.
What Coach said in the locker room, his motto is leave it better than you found it. Obviously, we fell short today, but we came in here as freshmen. We left it better than we found it. And like Logan said and Connor, the bonds and the relationships that we built with our guys, we went to war together for 4 years. It's just frustrating right now, but we'll look back on it later on and be thankful and blessed.
Cougs wrapped up the season 28-3 in Class 2A state runner-ups for the first time ever.
We head back to the football field for number 3 with the Adams Central football team. Special season, we've said that a lot tonight, down in Monroe. All year they talked about leaving a legacy, and boy did they. After a 9-1 regular season, which included an ACAC title, Michael Mosier's squad rolled through the playoffs, outscoring opponents 213-25 on their way to a trip to Lucas Oil Stadium in the Class 1A state finals. It was AC's first trip to state in 21 years, and you wouldn't have known they were the new kids on the block. Despite racing out to a 21-7 lead, though, the Jets ultimately did fall to top-ranked Indianapolis Lutheran 34-28 in a heartbreaking thriller. AC finished his Class 1A state run-ups with a 13-2 record and sectional, regional, and semi-state titles to its name.
Just back and forth, just heartache that, we kept fighting and just couldn't get our offense going. They really gave us fits there in the second half and just couldn't go. And then we had a couple breaks and then couldn't punch it in and then got a couple more breaks and just didn't go our way. That long pass was a dagger for us. We thought we had things going and had them deep back, and just that long pass took it out of us. But I couldn't ask for more for these kids. These kids just played to the bitter end. It speaks volumes to who the Adams Central community is, the Adams Central football community, and these kids just played their hearts out, and bittersweet. It's great to be here, but we came down here to win and just couldn't get that done.
Obviously you want to win it, but the fact we came up a little short this year, but that's fine. I mean, we got down here. You know, not a lot of people can say that. And just I've made a lot of memories. We've made a lot of memories together over the last 4 years. And the senior group, you know, we're gonna miss them. You know, I played with some of my best friends. I'll share these memories with them for life.
The senior class means so much to me, and you know, this is the sport we all love. So overall, we're gonna remember this day, and we're gonna be talking about it for ages. But the senior class is truly magical.
That group's just a special group for me, and they just did so much to play hard, to do their best, and to get things done. They're the heart and soul of this group, and they're going to be the leaders. And I guarantee you, this group here is going to lead these other guys. These other young guys are going to try to do the same thing as they did for this other group. So it was a very emotional for us, but outstanding.
Certainly outstanding indeed. Jets finished the season 13-2, state runner-ups in Class 1A, and senior Blake Hirely also named the 1A Mental Attitude Award winner.
Well, in at number 2 is the last teams to finish out the season. It's the Eastside softball team. The Blazers dominated all season long to tune of a 29-1 record. They won the NECC regular season and tourney titles, as well as sectional, regional, and semi-state titles. In their first trip to the state finals since 1998, the Blazers were able to push across 2 early runs, and then behind a masterful pitching performance from Natalie Lauer that included a complete game with 5 punch-outs, they claimed the Class 2A state title with a 2-1 victory over North Posey.
Honestly, it means everything. We wanted to party like it's 1998, and that's exactly what we did.
They've earned it, and that's been our mantra all year, is earn it. And they've done everything that we've asked. They work hard every single day, and they've earned it. Today we didn't say earn it when we broke our huddle. We said earned it, because they truly did earn it.
We didn't feel real all week, but once I stepped onto that field, it felt real, and I knew that we could get the job done. And scoring those 2 runs early was, I think, our key. And so it feels good to be able to say I'm a state champ.
We just worked our butts off for this all year, and Coach Kitchen just kept us dialed in and next game mentality. And we don't have a next game. We did it, and we're number 1, and that is the best feeling in the world right now.
It feels great to be able to say that. And like all week, we've been saying party like it's 1998, but now it's going to be party like it's 2022.
Blazers finished the season with a 29-1 record and the 2nd state title in school and program history. Sky Kessler was also named the Class 2A Mental Attitude Award winner.
And in at number 1 on our Fox 55 top 10 teams of this past year should be no surprise to anyone. It's the Homestead girls soccer team. You look up the definition of dominant in the dictionary, Elijah.
They're in it, huh?
It may just say see Homestead girls soccer. The Spartans ranked number 1 in the state, number 1 in the country this past season. Yeah, number 1 in the country, don't forget that. And to top it all off, led by Penn State signee Amelia White, the Spartans finished the year a perfect 22-0, knocking off Noblesville in regionals and Carmel in the 3A state title game to claim their first ever state championship in program history.
It's the most amazing feeling in the entire world. We've been working towards it all season. We knew that we were capable of winning state, and just pulling it off and, you know, putting this blue medal around your neck is absolutely amazing.
I think it's just incredible, and it goes to show that Homestead is just a great team. I mean, to win every single game and then state is just an incredible accomplishment, and we definitely made history.
They were unbelievable all year defensively, giving up 10 goals, the 11th tonight, but scoring over 100. I mean, we just had everything that we needed to complete this type of season, and a lot of obstacles, winning twice in PKs, in sectional finals, and then again in semi-state. A little bit of luck, but we got here and we finished the job tonight. That was our goal, to finish it, and they did.
Again, the Spartans finished the season with a 22-0 record, a perfect 22-0 record, their first ever state title, number 1 ranking in the entire country and the state. Also, only the 2nd ever unbeaten, untied team in IHSAA history.
That's crazy.
Pretty good year, Elijah,
Yeah,
I'd say.
pretty good.
Yeah, all right, certainly been a fun season, Elijah. I know I'm ready for a nap. It's been a long year.
I'm sure.
And I know you're ready for a full season of sports
Yes.
here in the Hoosier State. And you know, you don't have to wait too long either.
Haven't seen football yet.
You're going to get to see a fun one coming up. Yeah, just under 2 months until the 2022-23 high school sports season gets going. And until then, we're going to take a quick break, though. Still to come, 10 Caps highlights and more. Make sure you stick around.